right, everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Champions Spotlight. I am your host, Dr. Megan Brown, owner of Body Mechanics Physical Therapy and the creator of the Raise Your Game program, which is a physical, mental, nutritional, and goal-setting program to help you become a champion in life. So today, again, as always, we have another champion in life. We have Mr. Chad Belger. How you doing today, Chad?
Doing great, Megan. How are you?
Doing good. So Chad, for those of you that don't know and haven't checked out his stuff yet, we're going to learn a lot about him today, a lot about what he's doing. He is a firefighter, first of all. So thank you so much for being on the front lines during all of this, COVID experience, but in your everyday firefighter life as well. Thank you for that. He's also a CrossFit coach and the founder of RecoveryRX, which is a charity dedicated to bringing health and wellness to men and women in recovery from substance abuse. So with that, Chad, thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to let you take it away. Tell us a little bit about yourself and all the awesome stuff that you're doing.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Megan. I knew the first time that we met when you invited me out to the compound to check out your space that we were going to be best friends. So I'm glad.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad it worked out. I am a almost 16-year veteran of the Gainesville Fire Department. And I've been a personal trainer several different times in my life, but I'm most recently a CrossFit coach, which I'm very passionate about. I'm a competitor and a coach, and I love it. I love sharing that fitness with people. And also I started, not quite a year ago, I started RecoveryRX to try to provide men and women that are in recovery from drug and alcohol abuse a safe and positive environment to work on their own healing and early recovery. And even when they're in the transition from between inpatient treatment and just getting back to their normal everyday lives. I found for me, I'm also in recovery. I've been actually this month, I'm sober 2.5 years. By far the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you. I found for me that the key to me being able to stay sober was an easier transition plan, which included transitional housing and, finding a community that I could fit in with, I could be myself, and, I could have at least one positive thing to do every single day. And for me, that was the gym. And I feel like it's that way for a lot of people. Even in active addiction, a lot of times making it to the gym any given day would by far be the best thing that was going to happen to me that day. And I just feel like if we can catch people and get them, starting to see some physical changes and some weight changes and some mentality changes when they're in early recovery, so they can see that it is possible. It's not a dead end road. That I think that we can really heal a lot more people than just, sending them off to inpatient treatment where they're in that little bubble and everything's safe and everything's taken care of for them, and just pushing them right back out into the world where all their shitty problems are still there and all those same people. And it's just too overwhelming for people in early recovery. So we're trying to catch them coming out and get them in our little family and heal them up.
That's awesome. Yeah. And, with recovery and it's not only, with substance abuse, but it's with injury. It's just with life in general. You have to have that community or those people around you that help support you when you can't always help yourself. And I'm sure for you too, you found that having that pathway, or at least knowing that there's some way to go, definitely helped you to stay on that path.
Absolutely. And it wasn't a one-time deal for me. I've been fighting this disease for over 20 years since I was a young teenager. And that was the key. I feel like it was, I had to lose a lot of things. I've had to restart my life twice because of alcohol abuse. And I've lost a lot of people and a lot of things along the way. And for me, it was having, just something else to pour all my crazy kinetic energy into. And, maybe we go just from one thing that we're doing a little bit too much to another thing that we're doing a little bit too much. But we definitely feel like exercise and fitness and health are better than the alternative.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like you even talked about having that mental drive and that physical drive, because any kind of recovery, no matter what it is, you can't just focus on one aspect of things,
That's right.
and that's in the Raise Your Game program. That's something that we're trying to bring forward and help people to kind of understand a little bit too, is it's not just physical, it's not just mental, it's not just nutritional, not just goal set, it's all of those things combined. And how can we get you to that next level? And if you want to get to that next level of sobriety, or if you want to reach your PR and whatever lifting that you're doing, or you want to make this varsity team, you have to have all these different elements. You can't just rely solely on your talent or solely on the physical aspect of things. So I think that's great, and it definitely just goes across all boards.
It was definitely clear that we were, in a similar mindset as far as healing people. I'm looking to heal people from substance abuse, and you obviously
Yeah.
every day heal people from injuries and overuse and overwork. And it's not dissimilar. I mean, one's more of an emotional disease and the other one's a physical, but
Yeah.
the treatment modalities are really the same.
Yeah. And emotional can turn into physical and vice versa.
Sure it can. Sure it can.
It goes all over the place. So can you tell us a little bit more about your mission with Recovery RX and everything behind that?
Absolutely. So what we do is every Sunday at the Beaches location for CrossFit Black Hive, 705 North 3rd Street, we provide a free workout at 11:30 a.m. for anybody really, but our target is people that are in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
At those workouts, we do accept donations, and we also have fundraisers and just fundraisers, T-shirt sales, that sort of thing throughout the year to try to raise money to pay for transitional housing for people that are coming out of inpatient treatment, because I feel like that's really a big key for keeping people safe, and to pay
Yeah.
for them to have a gym membership wherever they want. It doesn't have to be with us. Obviously, we'd love to have them there because we have a lot of people with a lot of really good recovery and people that are just killing it in life, even if they're not in recovery. But you never know who you're going to connect with and who's going to inspire you to be a
Yeah.
little bit better. So that's our overall mission. Ultimately, I would like to have my own gym, my own halfway house, and a place for therapists. I'm actually getting my degree in human services right now, so that I can try to bridge that gap between the physical and the mental.
Awesome. Very awesome. Well, Chad, we're going to wrap up here, but can you give our listeners a little, like words of encouragement and things that have helped you to kind of champion yourself and keep you on that path?
Absolutely. So it's a little cliche, but in the program, we talk a lot about one day at a time. And I've heard that same sort of philosophy across a lot of different avenues of life. I've heard it referred to as like a 2-foot window, where rock climbers only focus on the 2 feet of wall that's in front of them when they're going up. It's the same thing. If you can just try to stay present and not let the past sort of wring you out, and not let the future worry you to death, and just focus on what's right in front of you on your hardest days, on my hardest days, that's what gets me through.
Awesome. And let us know, let the viewers know how they can get a hold of you and how they can reach out.
Absolutely. So you can follow myself, Chad Belger, on any of the socials. RecoveryRX has its own page, and Instagram is RecoveryRX_corp. And every day I try to post a lot of inspirational things that speak to me. I do a daily meditation geared towards the men in recovery every single day. I try to post one of those when they really speak to me, and maybe speak a little bit about how it's affecting me. And also I post a relatively easy and no equipment needed at-home workout every single day for those of us that don't have access to a gym, or for those of us that are still a little sketched out by being out and around a bunch of people.
Well, Chad says easy, but he's a beast. So, some of those I'm like, whoa, Chad, okay.
It takes one to know one,
go.
Megan. I've seen you work out.
And do you have like a donation link or a place that people can send donations as well?
RecoveryRX has a Venmo, so just Venmo
Okay.
at RecoveryRX. And we also have PayPal, which you can PayPal chad.recoveryrx@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed talking or, listening to me talk with Chad. You guys didn't talk with him, I talked with him, but listening to Chad and hearing all about the awesome stuff he's doing with Recovery RX. And Chad, I wish you the best in everything. I think you're awesome. I think your spirit is in the right place, and you're going to do big things, man.
Same to you, Megan. Thank you for having me on. Miss you.
Thank you.